Hey y'all, Kenny here, thanks for joining me. I have here a Tasco 3x9x40 rifle scope. It is vintage 90s. I can tell that by this large thumb screw that's in the mag ring. It is of Chinese manufacture. I have two of these. I got them in a package deal, so I don't really have anything invested in them. Both of them appear cloudy when I look through the lenses, so I thought I would take them apart and clean them up and invite you guys along for the ride. I'll begin by removing the objective lens at the front. Then the ocular lens at the rear. If you can't get those loose by hand, you can use one of these little inexpensive strap wrenches to help you. Go ahead and take the turret covers off. It has the coin slot turret adjustments. We'll go ahead and back those out. Now, for whatever reason you need to take a turret out, you can wrap a piece of soft leather around the turret and break it loose with a pair of pliers. You may need a little heat there from a heat source, as these have thread locker holding them in probably, and you may need some help getting that broken loose. Next, take the mag ring off. Next, we'll take these three screws out. This holds the erector in the tube. Then I'll push the erector out to the rear of the scope. I'm going to use a wooden dowel to do that, just in case I slip so I don't scratch my lens. There's the erector spring and the erector. I'll let you have a close-up of the erector. The turret screws and spring rests on this steel piece up front. You have two little brass screws with nylon bushings. They are threaded into the lens sets inside the erector. And you can see that as I rotate this piece, that the mag rings attached to, the distance between those lenses changes, and that changes the magnification level. A scope like this today costs about 50 bucks. So what's the difference in a $50 scope and a $300 or $1,000 scope? Well, one thing's the quality of the glass. Sometimes it's hard to judge glass quality inside a building, like a sporting goods store, but when you get out in the field, the difference will be clearly evident to you, and quality glass costs dollars. The other difference in price has to do with the quality of construction. In a scope like this, the machine tolerances are not close. There's a lot of room for parts to move around, which will affect point of impact on a scope. This erector was mounted with those three screws. Anytime I slide the mag ring back and see those three screws, I know I'm dealing with a relatively inexpensive scope. There's rubber between this piece and the piece that the reticle is mounted in. That is so this can flex at the rear when you adjust your turrets. A quality built scope will have a machine ball and socket back here that this piece can articulate on when you make your scope adjustments. I consider scopes in this price range to be rimfire only. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but every year I see people buy these package deal rifles with a scope already mounted on it. They're very inexpensive scopes, or they'll buy a muzzle loader and they'll grab one of those bubble wrapped scopes off the shelf at the big box store. They'll mount it on the rifle and they'll be shooting well at first, then all of a sudden they're all over the target and they can't understand why. And I'm speaking from experience with this. I bought rifles that had inexpensive scopes mounted on them, and they eventually failed. These scopes do fail under heavy recoil, and that's the reason I say they're rimfire only. Now I can bulletproof this scope. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go to that trouble or not, but if I do decide to do that, I'll post a video. So you go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss that. But I'm just going to clean the lenses up and reassemble this thing. Use some alcohol, lint-free cloth to do your lens cleaning. Assembly is the reverse of disassembly. When you get to the adjustment part, you will adjust the ocular lens so that your reticle appears clear. Then you'll adjust your objective lens by looking at a target at whatever distance you're going to shoot at and threading it in or out until the target's in focus. Then your parallax adjustment, the fine adjustment, will be made by you moving your head up and down and looking at the target. If the reticle appears to be moving, adjust the objective lens in or out until that movement is gone, and you're not talking about half turn, you're talking quarter of a turn or less. If you want more information on that, I have a 3-part do-it-yourself scope repair video series. I've included the link in the description, and you'll see it on the end screen as well. Again, thanks for watching.